Elaine Shauger here, APS at Perfect Swimming Academy. Daniel R. Shauger is the only master in the whole golf world that teaches the down under up. The only academy. No other school teaches the down under up. So if you want to learn the down under up, you came to the right place. You only can learn it from Daniel R. Shauger, his down under up. Now I want to talk about Dan Shauger Master, his 4 shots, the power and accuracy series 4 DVD 32. He's talking about his short game here, explaining the 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, and a half shot. You get that half shot down, just like Daniel are training you, you'll never have to pay for lessons again. You hit it straight down the fairway, no more right and left shots, and no more back pains. I want to show you something with the club. After the standard hits the golf ball, okay, let me get it in here. After you hit the golf ball, let's see, here he comes. We hit the golf ball, and then afterwards we roll the shaft over. So I want you to do this against the wall. Standard, you hit the golf ball, you roll the shaft. I want you to do it against the wall. And here's APS. After we hit the golf ball, look what happens. It doesn't change. Our shaft does not change on the bottom of the circle. I want you to get up against the wall and do this back and forth. Then I want you to take yours, the one you do, after you hit the golf ball, you roll it over. I want you to do it against the wall, and you tell me which one's easier for your back or spine. I already know, it's APS. It's easier for the back and spine. You won't get any more back pains when you have your club going straight back and forth. No rollovers with the shafts with Daniel Shauger's swing. Okay, I want to talk about how to kill the ball back. Dan went out and studied 150 books and DVDs on golf pros. He already has 2 golf pros in his book, but he wants to add a third one. So a third one. So the first one, Mr. Shauger with the right arm movement. The second one, Mr. Austin with the body work. Mr. Hogan with the plane. Every time he talks about Austin or Hogan, he will mention their name when they talk about it. So you know that part of the swing came from. Okay, yeah, mentioned their name, saying this is what Austin did, or he said this is what Ben Hogan did for the plane. He will mention their names. And then the right arm movement is Daniel R. Shauger's words, not Mike Austin's. Okay, I want to go back to the pole and rope drill. The pole drill shifts and turns your body to the right. You use your driver on the back so you can do this demo that Dan's going to teach you and go detail on it. Next one is the pole and rope drill. It's you want you to stand in normal stance, heels up and down, knees back and forth, elbows back and forth. Dan will show you this, but you might have to look in the mirror, make sure you're doing it right. Okay, we use our heels up and down. When we use our heels up and down, like the left knee's bent, the right heel is down, the right leg straight. When we switch, okay, the right heel's up, right heel bent, left leg straight, left heel down. We sway our hips back and forth. Women can do this better than men. So men have to practice swaying the hips back and forth, heels up and down. Look in the mirror. Make sure you're doing it right, gentlemen. Women catch on easier about this part of the swing. Okay. I want to talk about the Little Cup DVD. These are Daniel Shauger's words, not Mike Austin's. I interviewed Mike Austin to get the words on the right arm movement to the right wrist movement. Mr. Austin said, Dan's a smart man, he'll get it. So I related it back to Dan. I said, Mr. Austin says you're a smart man, you'll get it on the right arm movement to the right wrist movement. See, Daniel can train anybody. And he wanted this for his second book. How to Kill the Ball book. It's not in the first book. So now he's out at the golf course studying this step where he wished Mike Austin would have given him the words. It took him several months, but once Dan realized how the right arm movement worked in words, that's when Dan became the number one teacher in the world. Did you hear I said in the world? He's the number one teacher in the world. When he figured out how to do the right arm movement to the right wrist movement. These are Danny Shauger's words, not Mike Goslin's words in the book, How to Kill the Ball book, and Dan's 2 DVD, the Training Device DVD or the Little Club DVD. Those are Danny Shauger's words, not Mike Goslin's, on the right arm movement to the right wrist movement. I'm Elaine Shauger. When you learn from Dan's DVDs, then I come in and help you with this thing. When you need more help, I'm here to help you, to get you back on that golf course so you don't have to pay for lessons anymore. This is Elaine Shauger at APS, a Purpose Ring Academy. Books, membership, and DVDs. APS.